You're convinced that the frugal habits you're using are saving you money. What if I told you you were wrong? That the things that you are actually spending your time and money on are costing you in the long run. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a certified financial coach and life coach, and as a family, we are debt-free. We're talking about a few frugal myths that I have uncovered that are actually not saving you as much money as you would hope. If they are saving you money, you're spending a lot of your time doing them. In the long run, is it worth it? For years, my husband has had a saying that he's used often in our lives. We have more time than money. This was in reference to things like building onto our house, or doing yard work, or paving the driveway, things that we DIY'd. And when I say we, I mostly mean him, DIY'd because we had more time than money. Even though he was working a full-time job and helping take care of a family, he still had more time than he had money. So these are some things that might really be a little bit, I'm not sure if I want to use the word controversial, but people have strong beliefs about these items that I'm going to go over with you. So I'm going to also give you my opinion on this, as well as just stating as factual as I possibly can. Let me know in the comments about these. Do you agree with them all? Are there some that are like, no way, this saves me more money and I spend very little time on it? Or are they a time suck and a money waster? Gardening. From raised beds, building planters, hauling in dirt if your soil is terrible, compost, fertilizer, buying the plants at Lowe's or Home Depot or your local garden center, the seeds, buying the seed, all of this money that you are spending, is it less expensive to just buy it from a roadside stand or a good priced farmer's market or even a grocery store? Because sometimes when the stuff is in season, the grocery stores will put it at a better sale. Or are you actually saving money by having a garden? Not to mention you have an abundance from your garden. Now you have to invest in preserving them, whether it be a freezer to freeze them, canning jars and a canning pot in order to can and preserve them. Is it worth the time and the money? Buying quality. It was said by somebody in my community that they rather buy the cheap version first, because you never know if the cheap version is going to be just what you need and enough. Then you won't have to go spend the amount of money on the quality version. Now, the problem that I see with that is if you buy the cheap pair of shoes and you wear them once and they kill your feet and your back is in agony, then you have to turn around and go buy the quality higher end shoes so that doesn't happen. You then have spent the money on the cheap already when maybe you should have gone directly to the quality first. Extreme couponing. Now, I do know that this exists on a specific level, not like it used to 10, 15, 20 years ago, but people are still making videos on YouTube on extreme couponing and the workarounds and the way to do it. Is it worth spending all of that time on the computer looking for the deals, then going to all the stores on the day that the sale starts so you can piggyback and stack the coupons? Is it worth the time you take to prepare and to go after the deals? And also, are you buying things just because it's a super good deal and then the food ends up going bad or you donate it? Is it worth all of that to buy foods that you don't necessarily like just because it's a good deal and then the food goes to waste and you've wasted the money as well? Spending in order to be more energy efficient. Say you have a freezer that works great, is a decent freezer, still freezing, still doing the job, but it doesn't have the Energy Star. And you have one of those cool gadgets that you plug in to see how many watts of energy it's using. You find that it's using probably more than it should be because of its age, and you know that the newer freezers are much more energy efficient. Do you just go buy a new freezer because it's more energy efficient? Or do you suck it up, pay the electric bill, even though the wattage used is a little bit higher, but it's still a good freezer. Upgrading. I see a lot of people on Marketplace selling just fine appliances and items because it's time for them to upgrade. They want a new front-loading washer, even though their washer is working fine, but the dryer isn't working so well, and they really want those front-loading washer and dryer. They'll ditch the dryer, not get it fixed, and then sell the washer because they want the matching appliances. This is that whole thing about saving money in the long run. Instead of fixing it because it's old and it's going to break down and you're going to have to fix it again, and then the washer is going to need to be fixed and everything is going to need to be fixed time and time again. Are you saving money in the long run, or are you just upgrading because it's cool? How frugal are you actually being by investing now for the future? How frugal are you actually being in saving money on getting it fixed by upgrading? Are you just using that as an excuse to get a new washer and dryer? Bundles on things. For example, let's talk about, in my area, our cable company has phone, internet, and cable TV. It's a bundle, and they advertise this as cheaper in the long run rather than paying for it separately. However, we're talking $230, $250 for just regular cable package, your home phone, and your internet. That's a lot of money. I know for a fact, if you separate those out and try different companies for different things, you can save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. Meal bundles and meal subscription services are the same way. They're bundling the entire ingredients for that meal in a box and sending it to you. But you're paying astronomical prices. They advertise that these meal bundles and meal subscriptions are cheaper than grocery shopping. I disagree. I think you're looking at 2 to 3 times as much money. Yes, the convenience is there. You get everything you need for a meal delivered right to your door in a little cooler box, but it's not cheaper. Dollar stores. Many people are saying that the dollar stores just aren't worth it anymore because they're discontinuing the dollar price tag. Now, many of the dollar stores in my area have gone up to $1.25, but they've also combined the Dollar Trees with the Dollar General stores together. So when you're going in, you're thinking everything is $1.25 when you're not looking at the signs, and some things are $5, some things are $3, some things are $10. You have to be very careful when you're in the Dollar Tree stores anyway, because many of the things that they're selling are not even $1.25 in, say, Walmart or Target or on Amazon. Be diligent in knowing the prices of the things that you're shopping for if you're going to continue going to the Dollar Tree for these items. Buying in bulk. Now, I know sometimes this is so much more frugal than buying individual things. However, pasta, for example, buying pasta in bulk at some place like BJ's or Costco may not be the best frugal option. You think it might be until you do the math. That's very important. You have to do the math when you're looking at bulk purchases. If you have a place like Winco, their bulk prices normally can't be beat anywhere depending on where it is in the country that you are. You will find the cheapest versions sometimes, but not all the times when buying in bulk. Buying things on sale. If you say find mayonnaise on sale for $2.99 for Hellmann's mayonnaise, that's a great price around here. I would probably buy 5 of those because the expiration date on those is a long time, and we'll use those 5 in that expiration date time period. But if you're buying too many of them that you're not going to use before they expire, then it's not worth it. Being frugal and getting something at a cheaper price isn't always the frugal option if you're not going to use it. Also, buying things just because they're on sale may not be the best option either. I know that years ago when I was into the whole extreme couponing thing and buying things on sale. I was buying things that nobody was eating. It's not worth the dollar juices if nobody's going to drink the juice, much less buying 20 of them at a time. DIY home health care remedies. Now this one is a little bit controversial. Now I have a good friend, her name is Gretchen from Adirondack Aromatherapy. She's been a certified aromatherapist for 30 years. She has a little shop, she has a website. I'll leave a link below for you to check her out. It's the best place to get essential oils if you love that. But if you're using them instead of maybe going to the doctor, if you have deep chest congestion and you think that I'll just put some oils in the diffuser and I won't have to go to the doctor, that might be a waste of money for you. You've invested the $10, $12 into oils and you're using that instead of going to the doctor, where it could possibly be that your chest congestion could get worse and say turn into pneumonia. You might want to consider instead not relying on those home remedies as much, maybe trying them first for a short period of time, but then still going to the doctor. We all know healthcare is expensive, but don't let it be at the expense of your health. Consider more preventative care from your doctor instead of just relying on things like oils and home remedies. Okay, so this is me uncovering the cost of being frugal, whether or not it's actually worth it to be frugal, or will you end up spending more money in the long run. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you and have a great day. Bye-bye.